3-24 for a stint with Real Madrid last season, and now he takes on his first job in the biggest league in the world, the English Premier League. And two sides that look very much close to full strength after they gave the kids a run during the week against A-League opposition. Palmer just had it nicked off him. Bergvall. A little bit of talk about him. Will he still be at Spurs this season for all of it? There is some interest from other clubs, the likes of Newcastle United, Nottingham Forest, Manchester United. He wants more game time, but his coach Roberto De Zerbi is not going to guarantee anyone appearances in the starting side, as he said. But Bergvall is most certainly good enough to earn that spot. And who's just come back from the World Cup with Sweden. Robertson, who was there captaining Scotland. And there's the Italian boss of Tottenham Hotspur, saved them from relegation last year. Davies and Robertson.
Well, a good opening couple of minutes for Chelsea. They've been trying to keep the ball and set a tempo, but Chelsea have been nipping at the heels and forced a good turnover deep in the Spurs half of the field.
See, it's back three for Xabi Alonso. There's Colwill. Goes back to Sharman Lowe, who's starting in goal tonight. Hasn't played in the first team for Chelsea, but played in both appearances in the Sydney Super Cup. Gallagher, and then to cross the divide of these two teams. Alex King is going to come back for the free kick, and it might only be a friendly, but have a look at this.
Well, some of the Spurs players are complaining that the ref should have blown the whistle earlier. The other group were complaining that he blew the whistle at all because the field had opened up, so to a chance for Matisse Tell. It was terrific the other night against Sydney.
Beautiful free kick, wasn't it? To open the scoring there at Allianz Stadium, right up into the top corner. Sydney and Tottenham drawing 1-1. Tottenham winning that on penalties. Man's team that a 6-4 win against Western Sydney. That was enthralling viewing. Western Sydney led that 4-3, and João Pedro said no thank you. 3 goals in 9 minutes off the bench. It was all done and dusted.
And an assist, I think.
Yeah.
It's some contribution to the pipe.
Throw here for Chelsea, and it gives us a chance to head downstairs and say a very good evening to Daniel Gull.
Good evening. It's wonderful to be here. Close to 80,000 in the house. Fantastic atmosphere. But a spice in the game early on, as we expected. That's nice to see. And the Chelsea fans are in full voice. A couple of cheeky songs being sung already. Just reminding the Tottenham fans that there's a European Cup or two to their name and none in the Spurs trophy cabinet in terms of voice and tunes going around Accor Stadium early on. That's reminding them as well that they're not too fond of them either. So Chelsea fans certainly setting the tone a lot better than their Spurs counterparts at the moment in the early stages.
Garby, give us an estimate. Who's got more colour?
I'd say probably Chelsea, I must be honest, and they're in better voice as well, which is A little bit surprising when you consider that the history of the two clubs. Chelsea's had more recent success. Maybe some of the Spurs fans here in Australia are still angry about Andrew's departure, Hubs.
And here is the man we just spoke about a moment ago. Intra Pedro draws a free kick. I tell you what, Hecker. He's maybe still got some of the angry pills after the World Cup exit for the Netherlands. He is fired up here tonight.
It didn't leave much to the imagination. Van Hecker. Sure, Jean Pedro's not there particularly want to be poking. So the line markings are a little bit of caster sugar from the pre-game cake.
Here's the free kick and some serious height there. Did Hato just couldn't direct it goalwards. So Chelsea were saying that it should have been a corner kick in the end. Goal kick is the call for Spurs. And here is the Dutchman. And Hecker. Played all 4 matches for the Netherlands at the World Cup, even scored against Tunisia. A 3-1 victory. No doubt a journey that ended a lot earlier than what they were hoping for after their impressive start in the group stage. Here's Robertson. Spurs with Archie Gray just doing enough to break down that promising build up for the Blues. There's the ex-Liverpool man in Robertson. And Tell just gifts the ball back to Lavia. You can see Xabi Alonso, bottom of the screen there. Roberto De Zerbi, he's also up and about, stalking their technical area. This rivalry, a lot of it stems back to that 1967 FA Cup that Tottenham won 2-1, but the match everyone remembers more recently was that 2016 Battle of the Bridge, where the Blues ended Tottenham's title hopes and ensured Leicester won the title in that 15-16 campaign. Yellow cards galore in that particular fixture, so there is still plenty of feeling, and Tottenham, they've been on the wrong side of it of late. They haven't beaten Chelsea in 6 matches, and here is another little spot fire. I tell you what, Harps, I wasn't expecting it to get quite this heated in a friendly, but tensions still simmer regardless of what's at stake.
Well, Gallagher doesn't think there's much in it. Replay will be instructive. Sugo is pretty late. He completely cleaned up. Portuguese midfielder. That's exactly the type of tackle that is going to have an incendiary effect on those around. Walked away pretty dismissive. What he thought his contribution actually amounted to, but you can understand the Chelsea players blowing up. He was picking up a yellow card for his trouble. Interesting, and perhaps not surprising. The pitch this time of winter with all the traffic is pretty patchy. My estimation, Benny, is that players are finding it a little difficult to keep their footing. It's going to focus on the travelling press, the playing conditions, the surface on which these teams have been playing these Sydney Super Cup matches.
Free kick from Estevao. Shape on it. The referee says it'll just be the goal kick, and again Chelsea are pleading that it should have been a corner. Xabi Alonso with a polite inquiry there to the 4th official, Sam Kelly. Spurs found some space. Well, they had, but come back from an offside position.
ดูแบบนี้ไม่สนุกไม่เร้าใจ
Solomon
ทางน้องเข้ามาเลยเนาะมีแบบดูแบบเต็มจอนะครับผมและอีกอย่างหนึ่งนะที่สามารถดูพร้อมกัน4 คู่ 4 จอได้เลยนะครับผม
What an opportunity it is for Sharman Lowe in goals tonight for Chelsea. Sanchez not in the squad tonight, so you expect he will play the majority of minutes. Just Ted Kurd on the bench, the backup goalkeeper, the 20-year-old. So a chance for him to impress the new boss. He was with Bolton last season in League One, so you wouldn't anticipate he would play a lot of matches this season, but you never know. Here's Cole Palmer. Lavia has it taken off his toes by Gray.
เข้ามาใหม่นะครับฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ด้วยนะฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ให้น้องด้วยนะครับผม
Lovely flick from Pedro to Palmer. How often will we hear that this season? Now Gittins recycle it via Asugo. Kenny Gittins has had an excellent pre-season. He scored in all 3 of Chelsea's matches.
เดี๋ยวอีกไม่นานก็จะเปิดฤดูกาลนะครับผมใครที่ยังไม่มีช่องทาง
From Gallagher.
ดู
Englishman
ได้สดทุกคู่
wins that little duel.
เข้ามาได้เลยนะครับเรามีถ่ายทอดสดให้ดูทุกคู่นะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็น
Got a little bit on the way through here.
ดูได้ในการ
Alex King is going to
หรือว่า
give a free kick to Spurs.
บอลอิตาลีนะครับเราก็มีถ่ายทอด
In the middle of things tonight already. Conor Gallagher, the man who the latest to cross the divide between these two. Chelsea Academy product who signed with Spurs from Atletico Madrid.
เราจบที่เว็บเดียวสำหรับคนเดียวกันนะครับ
Tell
โปรโมชั่น
is it off for Gallagher.
นะครับแค่50 บาทนะครับสำหรับแค่50 บาทนะครับผม
This is neat work from the Blues in a really tight area down the right edge. And here is a free kick, a reward.
He's slowly working his way up the anatomy. Van Hecker, this is a nice bit of interplay between Esteval and Palestra as the ball spins into the middle. Van Hecker's moved from the ankles to the thigh, and consecutive challenges on João Pedro.
He's certainly making his presence felt. New signing from Brighton and Hove Albion is the Dutchman for Tottenham Hotspur. Free kick taken short to Palmer. Avia. Gittins. Palmer. Looking for the angle. Uses the Italian in Palestra. The Belgian international in Lavia finding Palestra. Xabi Alonso will be happy with the way his side has controlled much of the game so far inside the first quarter hour. And Palmer, well, he's been given a real tug there by Tonali.
Yeah, Chelsea have really got Spurs in a vice at the moment. Their way out of it. The Lily Whites. Really difficult to establish in this sort of football. It's about this quarter hour from Chelsea.
กดลิงก์ที่ใต้คอมเมนต์สมัครกันเข้ามาได้เลยนะครับดูหน้าตาที่ดีๆกันแบบนี้นะเดี๋ยวที่เราจะได้ช่องทางนะครับสดเป็นจองเนาะแล้วช่วงสัมภาษณ์ก็จะมีไทย
What an atmosphere this is tonight at Accor Stadium. Packed house. And now Tottenham with their first opening.
ที่ไม่ต้องไปเติมรายเดือน
Hanky waiting in the middle. It's Tonali with a deflection.
ไม่ต้องเติมรายเดือนนะครับผม
And after being under the cosh for the opening quarter hour, it is Spurs who strike first. And it's their new recruit with a massive price tag, Tonali, who opens things up at Accor.
Well, goals do come against the run of play, is against the possession of Chelsea from the throw-in on the Harvey Norman replay. A little bit of pinball wizardry.
ภาพต้องกระตุก
Sees the ball end up on the right boot of Tonali, and his shot takes a little deflection on the way through. Solomon setting things up nicely. Tottenham, after really having their backs pinned back against the wall, they get the break of the deflection and their first real effort on goal, and take the lead here at Accor in the Sydney Super Cup.
Well, the ex-Newcastle United man is impressed. His Spurs faithful with that strike.
ที่ไม่ต้องกลัวนะ
They lead 1-0.
เดียวดูฟรีตลอดชีวิตนะที่ไม่ต้องไป
Roberto De Zerbi is energised, bouncing around his technical area.
จะดูเมื่อไหร่ก็ได้ถ้าใครดู
And that's the game, isn't it? You can dominate, you can control.
ที่สามารถดูได้
If you don't
ช่อง
finish,
ช่องสี่คู่พร้อมกันได้เลยนะครับ
you can find yourself behind, and that's where Chelsea sit right now.
ใครมีทีวีที่รับพวกเอ็นดรอยเนาะสามารถเอาลิงก์นี้ไปดูแล้วก็เข้าดูพร้อม
Makes
กั
you
น
feel a whole lot better about things after that moment.
เรามีแบบนี้ให้ดูด้วย
Let's get back down to the sideline with Garvey.
I know we pumped it up big game, pre-game, as a big game because it's a London derby. I'd be very surprised down here at how much bite and spice there's been in the contest. Spurs in particular have laid 3 or 4 really big challenges on Chelsea. Gallagher, Van Heck, Andy Robertson left one in as well. Honestly, the kind of tackles that would not be out of place in the first London derby of the season at Stamford Bridge. It's taken a lot of people by surprise. You can really feel it down here at pitch level, but it's great.
Yeah, thank you, Garvey. What a start to this one. And maybe, just maybe, you wonder, Roberto De Zerbi taking charge of this team. First full pre-season in charge.
เข้ามาได้นะครับพี่ๆก็จะได้
Wants to set the standard here and just show what they're about.
มวยถ่ายทอดสด
Season 26-27.
ได้ดูหนังซีรีส์แนวตั้งหนังชนโรงหรือ
There has been
ผู้ใหญ่18
a lot of skill about what we've seen
to
begin this one.
ตัวชนได้
after what was a really disappointing season. We know last year, but it was
แต่ถ้าฝั่ง50
defensively
ที่ได้
they leaked goals.
โคสุดพิเศษตอนนี้เนาะเป็นซิงเกิล
Fourth worst defence in the competition, and that's where they finished up in 17th.
18 บวกได้เลยนะครับ
And Chelsea, similar kind of story. 5th best attack. But, in the bottom